It's only been about 8 months since Kim Jong-un and President Trump first met last year in Singapore. Our Kan Hyeong-woo takes a look at some of the ups and downs in their countries' relations since then.
On June 12, 2018, the world witnessed what many had once considered impossible, a face-to-face meeting between a North Korean leader and a sitting U.S. president. At the historic summit in Singapore, Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump agreed to establish new relations for peace and prosperity. Pyongyang reaffirmed its commitment to work toward complete denuclearization in exchange for security guarantees from the U.S. The two leaders also agreed to the repatriation of the remains of American soldiers killed during the Korean War. Following the Singapore summit, President Trump announced the U.S. would suspend joint military drills with South Korea, which have been frequently criticized by the North. As a result, large-scale exercises have been put on ice while small drills continued. Pyongyang responded by sending back 55 cases believed to contain the remains of U.S. troops killed during the Korean War. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has made 2 official trips to Pyongyang since the Singapore summit. Pompeo's first visit last July was largely viewed as a failure as North Korea condemned the U.S. delegation for making gangster-like demands of the regime's denuclearization. But Pompeo's next trip in October was better than the first, indicating some progress was being made. After the remainder of 2018 did not see concrete steps taken towards the North's complete denuclearization, President Trump met in January with North Korean officials at the White House. And as Trump announced during his State of the Union address on February 6 that there would be a second North Korea-U.S. summit, negotiators from the North and the U.S. met in Pyongyang to discuss the summit agenda and logistical details. Kim and Trump are scheduled to meet for the second time from February 27 to 28 in Hanoi to further discuss North Korea's denuclearization in exchange for corresponding measures from the U.S. Kan Hyeong-woo, Arirang News.